Hollywood Today Live Digital Edition here on BitesizeTV.com. We are coming to you from the corner of Hollywood and Vine itself, and I'm Kristen Brotman.
And I'm Tanner Thomason. Our first guest is a friend of the show, one of Canada's most beautiful people, believe it, who's now cozying up to such sex symbols as Valerie Bertinelli and Betty White.
Woohoo! From Hot in Cleveland, please welcome Adam Korson. Slow clap.
Thank you.
Slow clap.
Slow clap. Slow clap.
All right, welcome back. Good to see
Thank you so much for coming back, man. Good to see you.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
Yeah.
You guys look really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you guys look really good. I think
Thanks.
better looking than last time.
Really?
Yeah.
Kristen's been working out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Tanner's been training me.
I've been training. I've been growing this stash.
It's actually really
So,
nice.
That's what I've been
Is it
doing.
because it's Movember?
That's an ironic coincidence, but I'll accept it. It
Right,
helps
right.
Oh,
me.
it's not for Movember.
It was just, I was just kind of tired of my face.
Okay.
Right. Well, I do this really because I'm lazy.
Yeah, well,
And
The
there's that.
scruff, though, the scruff, I feel like that's been in for a while, and that works.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
not saying
it's
your
sexy.
stash doesn't work, but that's here to stay.
now, just so you know, I am
Stay.
one of Canada's 50 most beautiful
Yeah.
people, and so I can tell you that
Love you, Tanner.
it's working, man.
It's working.
Thank you. I have a Canadian beauty
I'm
expert
just saying,
on my side.
I have a feeling you're not going to be doing that for
Not forever.
long time.
You said you were lazy, but I don't believe that because you've got an episode of Hot in Cleveland coming up.
Yeah.
Can you please? Yeah, right. Big show.
There's a couple, man.
Yes.
There's a couple coming. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit? Can you give away any details about it?
No.
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure everyone just asked you the same thing, too. What's it like working with Betty White?
Oh, she is so sweet.
Is she really that old?
I will say this. You can't really tell because her timing and her delivery is impeccable.
Yeah.
I mean, she is just as hilarious as she ever was. But what I can say is I play a love interest to a certain Wendy Malick.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
In real life, that is.
In real, that's
On the
what got
show,
you
it's a
on the-
completely different story. You know what? They were such a blast. It's such a great production, great show. Huge fan of it, and happy to be a part of it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tell us a little story about Betty. A little behind the scenes.
A little behind the scenes.
Was there anything that she did or said that like really shocked you that you just did not see coming at all?
You know what? Not that she said to me, but what I did hear, and this is from someone who was close to her, is that she does not have a drink while she works at all.
Like water?
Like no, like an alcoholic drink.
Oh.
Yes, she does not drink anything.
Well, I mean,
She has gone 92 years and has not had one bit of liquid.
She hasn't.
how good she looks.
She's actually 42. She just hasn't ever had.
I mean,
But you know, like at the end of
most actors.
right, well, no,
work
but at the end of the
Is
week.
this a Canadian
At
thing?
the end of wait, aren't you all drunk right now?
What is going on?
I've had about 5 shots this morning. No, but you know, at the end of the week or at the end of you know, people go out. You know, you have a drink
Okay.
and
Yeah.
So
and especially
not specifically on set.
no,
Not
Okay.
while
no.
she's clocked in.
No,
Which is
but
commendable,
here's the
not-
thing. But here's the thing. Even when she's clocked out, if she's still on the lot, she won't have a drink because it's not professional.
Oh.
And I thought that was outstanding because you know you hear the flip side
Sure.
nowadays where you have these young actors
Lindsay
and Lindsay Lohan who are just getting drunk and then people are watching that and seeing that and they think that's the way to be.
Sure, right.
And it's actually not.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that way. You can be a professional, and that's what Betty White
Well,
is.
yeah,
working
you don't
for
have
her.
to, yeah, you don't
Look
have
at
to be
her
a
career.
train wreck. You can have a career for 80 years.
Exactly. Which I would rather have.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The train wreck, not
A train wreck for 80 years.
for 80 years, right? That's the goal. That's
What a
the
life!
ultimate.
What a life! Adam Korson goes hard.
Well, you have a new film too called How to Propose.
How not
to propose.
How not to propose.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because we all know how to.
Yeah.
But not how not to.
Right,
And It's a
right.
romantic comedy, and I thought this was really interesting because it's about a couple who are far along in their relationship. The guy is ready to get married. The girl is
Not so much.
We don't hear about that scenario too
no.
often.
And her career is going down a certain path, and she's not sure what she wants to do. And his attempts to propose, you know, is met with disaster, and
Really?
you know things are coming up.
And you play his brother?
I play the older brother, who's a bit of a recluse, who would rather stay home playing video games than go out and breathe fresh air.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. I've never really played a
There's
character
where
like
that
this
lazy
before.
part comes.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've been drinking a lot on set.
Oh, there we go.
Really getting into character. But what's fun, he's got a really fun arc where, the internet goes out. And so he has to take matters into his own hands, and he tries to fix the situation, goes outside, and he meets a girl, and they kind of fall in love, and takes him out of his shell.
Oh, wow.
It's really nice. It's sweet, guys.
It's one of
I have
those-
a heart.
Classic rom-com. You get the girl in the end,
Yeah.
change your ways, that kind of thing.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it just brings a tear to your eye.
Do you have any
What?
disaster proposal stories? Not from yourself, but any friends of yours, family members?
Oh, disaster proposals. Like for marriage or anything?
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
I was gonna
yeah.
ask this girl for sex once.
How did that go?
Excuse me, can I have some sex?
Yeah. And that was the wrong approach.
Did it
They don't
work?
like that.
Well, it did. That's what was so amazing.
Oh, wow.
You go up to a girl and you say, I would just like to have some sex with you. It worked. So that was a huge surprise.
Awesome.
Man, I love being on the internet. Did this work in Canada, or was this?
No, this was just 5 minutes on Hollywood.
I knew it.
He was drinking on set,
Drinking on
left
set.
the set, met
Yeah.
the girl, asked for sex.
Yeah.
Guys, a lot happened on the way here.
Yeah.
5 shots,
Yeah.
asked a girl for some
If you
sex.
guys-
It's
we
not
had
even
some
new
sex.
yet.
If
here.
everybody saw our first interview with Adam when we were on Fox,
Yeah.
you would see that I would say 50% of our interview was based around sperm.
Right, right.
So this is just kind of how it goes here.
Sperm
because
generally
you-
accounts for 50% of any
Yeah.
equation it's involved in.
Well, I think it's always a good way to start a conversation.
yeah.
Right?
I understand How Not to Propose. Was that shot in New York City?
That was not.
That was not.
No.
But you recently
you
went to
just
New
got-
York for the first time.
Yes, I recently was just for the first time in my entire life.
Yeah? What'd
Yeah.
you think?
Well, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I felt like this was the time to do it because it's been 30 some odd years and I have not been to New York.
Saving yourself for a certain
Saving
reason.
yourself for New York City?
Well, it's funny because again, we're back onto sex. I felt like I was this, 40-year-old virgin. Not every time I said I had never been to New York, people were like, "What is wrong with you? You gotta go." So I went and it was mind-blowing how much
Your
of
first time.
my
Good.
first time, like welcomed me in very nicely.
A nice, gentle touch.
Well, there was this man that greeted me, which
Yeah.
was just like my actual first time. And, yeah, greeted me and said, "Would you like a ride?" And I said, "Okay."
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
put me in a car with 2 other men, and
Yeah,
they drove
right.
me to the Park Lane Hotel.
Yeah. Went in the Big Apple.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a great experience. I popped my Big Apple cherry.
Well, what were you there for? If you weren't there for
A little bit of fun and a little bit of business.
Oh, very cool.
So checked out the scene a bit, took some meetings, and saw some shows.
Very cool.
Saw Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Nice.
Michael C. Hall is phenomenal.
He's amazing.
show.
He's amazing.
He's incredible.
Adam, what can we see you in next? Do you have anything you can tell us about that's coming up in the future?
Well, Hot in Cleveland for
On the
sure.
desert, yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Did we talk about that?
A little bit, I think. Yeah.
Hot in Cleveland. How Not to Propose. We talked
Yes,
about
Yes.
got that.
what else do we have coming up? I don't know. Have you heard of Hunger Games?
What?
Mockingjay?
Yes.
I'm not in that.
Oh my
But
God.
that is coming up.
I'm
All right,
looking
guys. All right, here we go. Adam Korson, not in the Hunger Games, but you can catch him on Hot in Cleveland this January on TV Land.
And keep watching Hollywood Today Live because Kofi Siriboe of MTV's Awkward is here. Plus, did Kendall Jenner really ban Kim from her runway shows? Find out here on Bite Size TV.
Oh man, always a good time.